like inclusion at Monese, for example, where I work today. So we have about 40% of women who are engineers, who do product design, and that they're very involved with a lot of what we're doing at Monese. So it's very exciting.
Hi, Ambreen. How are you doing today?
I'm really well, thanks a lot, Christophe.
So it's great to have you. We are at Rise London. Today is International Women's Day, and we attended what I think was a great event. So what are your thoughts on the event with Megan?
Oh, it was fabulous. She's a great woman. Obviously, listening to her was very inspiring. And as she's been through a lot of what I've been through, actually, it's even more inspiring. So, yeah, it was a fabulous way to start International Women's Day.
I know you mentioned that, actually, the synergies or similarities between you and Megan's career, which is great. She was very inspirational, talking about, again, being a woman in the industry and working for so many different disruptive business models and organizations. So how does it feel to have a lot of responsibility in the fintech world?
Very exciting. I mean, obviously, I've been in it for a few years now. It's obviously still very male-dominated. We can't avoid that. But we have a lot of, we like inclusion at Monese, for example, where I work today. So we have about 40% of women who are engineers, who do product design, and that they're very involved with a lot of what we're doing at Monese. So it's a very exciting moment.
It is, and it will be even better, I'm sure, in the future. So, Monese, so could you please give us a snapshot of what it is you do as an organization, and then we'll deep dive in your part of the business.
All right. So, Monese was established in 2015 by a great guy called Norris Cotwell. He's Estonian. He came to the UK, couldn't open a bank account, so as being Estonian. And so therefore he thought, right, what's the problem here? I'm going to find a solution, and he created Monese, which is a mobile app bank. He launched it late 2015. Today we've got over 850,000 subscribers, getting up to 1 million. And it's a very exciting app as it allows people who have really a difficult time to open an account wherever they may be within Europe, and particularly obviously the UK. So today we are in all the major markets across Europe, and obviously developing certainly outside of Europe in the very near future.
So we're going to talk about international expansions pretty shortly, and peut-être en français un tout petit peu, we'll see. But Monese, so we've got, usually fintech, they have like two approaches, right, to the market. Of course, the main goal is always to solve a problem and provide a frictionless experience. So that's a given, pretty much. But the two approaches are going direct and building, again, some kind of B2C or B2B presence, if we're talking commercial clients or small and medium enterprises, or going the white label route, so partnering with banks. So could you please, again, tell us where you stand right now, especially thinking about the international expansion?
Okay. So pretty much, Monese was launched as a very simple account, so payments in and out, a very easy way to transfer money in. I mean, 75% of our base actually pay their salaries into Monese, and obviously can transfer money very easily, see their transaction history, see where they've spent their money. We're going to get into a lot more interesting stuff as we move along, like savings, loans. At the moment, we've just launched Avios in our personal account, so it means that you'll be able to look at your Avios points, and we may actually do something very exciting with Avios in the very near future, which I can't talk about today because obviously it's not launched yet, but certainly will be in the very near future. So whilst we remain the core platform, obviously we will partner with third parties, much in the same way that a lot of our competitors are, because at the end of the day, the customer experience is the most important one. And what they want is more important to us than what we want as a company, so to speak, because obviously there are loads of problems out there, and I'm head of business banking. So for small companies, it's really important that they have access to finance, which some of the time they don't, and it takes a long time with legacy banks, nothing against them. But that's the solution that we're offering as well in business banking.
So again, that's a great transition. I wanted to touch that area of the market, which is extremely important. First of all, small and medium enterprises are the heart of the economy, especially in a country like in the UK, with Brexit even. I'm not sure we're going to address that today, but being French or half French, living in London, there's a lot to say there. But that's a great market. A few challenges is still to reach out to those organizations. The scale is important, but the difficulty for new brands as well could be, especially to address customer expectations and doing the relationship management. So how do you do that at Monese to build those relationships, those trusted relationships with small and medium enterprises?
Okay. So luckily, when I joined Monese last year, we already had quite a large database of clients, some of which were obviously signed up to our business product that eventually was going to launch. So I already had that base, which was fantastic. We have an amazing referral program. So a lot of what our growth is about is organic growth. So people who are satisfied or who talk about us and obviously want to onboard thanks to the experiences that they're having. So much in the same way, I'm doing the same thing with business banking. I'm not going out there and absolutely flooding the market with Monese as a brand, but I'm particularly interested in people slowly growing and making sure that they're happy so that they can talk about it to other people within the industry. And obviously going outside of London, which is even more exciting.
So we're talking a lot of word of mouth, so using customer satisfaction as a vehicle to, again, gain some momentum in the market in terms of brand and driving the customer base, right?
Yeah. And we just launched Apple. So Apple in Europe is obviously a very big one for us. And when we partner with people, as I said, Avios, Apple, and later there'll be other big names that we will launch during the course of this year, it makes sense that people will talk about it and onboard onto Monese because it's a very easy experience to onboard onto Monese anyway.
It makes your life a bit easier as responsible for driving the business banking side of the organization. What about, again, customer relationship management? Or could you please share your views on the potential or the challenges it takes for a young company still to do so and build that extraordinary customer feedback and satisfaction?
Okay. So I think one of the unique things about Monese is that we speak in 12 languages. So the app is available in 12 languages. Our customer service desk obviously speaks those languages because even if you are in the UK, for example, or even in France, as the case may be for us at another point, you need to be able to speak that language. You need to be able to market to that local communities and culture because it's very different. UK is unique, France is another market, Germany as well. So we try and speak as much the language of our customers so that they feel that they're in a comfortable place and that they don't need to speak all English the way we have in other solutions that are on the market at the moment. The other thing is we're really highly regarded in Trustpilot. I don't want to advertise that, but it's true. We're 9.1 out of 10, so that's pretty high.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed. And I think obviously Monese is slowly getting to be known as a brand as we go along.
Okay, again, congratulations for that. In terms of customer support, then, we don't have to spend too much time today, but can you please tell us the channels your customers can use to interact with you as an organization?
Okay, so obviously in-app, you can obviously chat with us in-app via Zendesk, send an email, or call us. But obviously everything is we want the ecosystem to remain as in-app as possible. So a lot of people do actually chat with us in-app. We try and get back to people as quickly as possible. Sometimes it's instant chat. Sometimes it's a query that will be longer, depending on what the subject is. Could be compliance, always a very interesting one. So yeah, those are the main channels and via our website as well, obviously.
And do you believe of the importance of building a community of like-minded people or customers? So is it something you'd like to introduce in the future, a more community-based section at least, where people can share their trouble, their challenges, and their tips maybe to be even more successful as a small and medium enterprise?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big challenge because obviously that needs to be continually looked on. You can't just suddenly leave it and let it live by itself. So for example, for business banking, I do business breakfasts where I invite people and bank account holders to come and talk to us and tell us what their problems are and hopefully find solutions for them. And we will continue to build that so that they will talk to each other eventually.
Okay, yeah, that's the goal. That's another challenge, though. It's hard to build those communities and get people more engaged than anything else. We'll have to wrap up soon, so just maybe one of the last questions is, in French, we could ask it, but what about international expansions and especially the French market?
Okay, so France has been obviously one of the biggest markets that we have with Germany. We have about 60,000 or so subscribers. Obviously, we want to grow that. We've employed some people to look after that market and hopefully we'll grow 5 times what we have today by the end of 2019. And these are very exciting times.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Ambreen. So we're going to cut here because we kicked out of the room. It was lovely speaking with you, and I can't wait again to do a follow-up video in the next few months, especially talking probably about France in more details as soon as you're more established there. So merci beaucoup pour ton temps, et à très bientôt, Ambreen.
Merci beaucoup. À bientôt.